Joe Will.
Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. This looks like it's still maybe too loud. Hold on. Hold on a second. Get the green in the right zone. That looks better. Well, audio mixing is the bane of my existence. Welcome in, everyone. Everyone's having a nice Thursday. Yeah, let me adjust OBS. It always makes my chat indiscernibly small. I'm already... Wait, hold on. Did Mickey Noon... Redeem? No, I'm already sitting. I'm already sitting, Mickey Noon. I can't sit any harder than I'm already sitting. Well, now I gotta stand up. Alright, we're going up. We're going up. I was standing today for work for a bit, but that's fine. We can stand more. Hopefully. This is precarious. I have my camera on. Sure. Alright. Good. Welcome in, everyone. Say hi to people. Let's do Venerak. Welcome in. Kahuna Tuna. Hope you're doing well. Klonk, thank you again for the resub. Means a lot. Who else? Who else we got in here? Prod. They're probably not here, but they shouted me out. Thank you for that. And Briz Dingle. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Flesh detected. Yeah. Hi, it's me. I'm real. I'm a real guy. Oh, my chair. Wait, did that go through? Did I miss it? Airstrike? Hold on. We need to refresh current cache. Well, I don't have a chair, that's okay. I didn't need it anyway. Yeah, welcome in, Mickey Noon. Hope everyone's having a nice Thursday. We're off kilter, that's why we're live today. Missed Monday. I wasn't quite feeling it. Oh, thank you for the follow, Briz Dingle. It means a lot. But what do we... So Monday was off kilter. Also, my voice is like, it's not going, but it's off. Something's off about it today. I'm not sure what. So apologize if I sound off or quiet. I'm trying to project, but it's kind of difficult right now. I'm not sure what it is. I drank something earlier, some like tea to help, and it did not help. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't do Monday because Gloomwood is kind of hard to talk through while playing. So I figured we'd just go in today. Those mines, we don't produce anything but a whisper yesterday. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's gotten cold all of a sudden where I am on the East Coast. It was like 49 degrees this morning. And I was like, what? Less than 50 is kind of crazy for August. Even though it's late August, like it's still pretty low. So yeah, I don't know. But what are we getting up to today? Today, well, as you can see, we have a book. So let me show this proper. Also, we're in VCV Rack. This is all the nonsense you see on the camera, on the screen. I got a book recently because I was like, damn, I like VCV Rack, but I'm so bad at like following along with it and doing anything that's outside of like a guided video tutorial. And so I bought this book by a legend, Omri Cohen. If you're into VCV Rack or module, you probably know the name, but he's very big in that community, and he has like produced so many resources that they're honestly kind of invaluable, and I appreciate a lot. And so I want to get good at this, right? I want to be able to do this like and sit down and man, it's like not COVID. It's like I can't like get a good breath of air, and also it's really weird. Ooh, ooh, oh, something's up. Yeah, I want to be able to like just sit down and like do things in this this nonsense program without like following a strict tutorial. Not banned. Yes, it's only 24 hours. Welcome in, Mouth. Hope you're doing well. Don't be well, I mean, it's up to you, but like the intrusive thoughts of self-destruction, be careful. But this program is pretty neat. And this patch you're listening to right now is, again, it's one of his tutorials, one of his videos. Is like techno from scratch using this this Benjo, you know, Ben, extremely too powerful, yeah, entirely too powerful, yeah. This Benjolin oscillator, which is actually really nice. It's really fun. It's got different outputs and then it's got 2 oscillators in it. It's got chaos you can enable or disable. Double the clock, etc. It's pretty cool. I really like how it sounds and works. But yeah, today we're gonna go through piecemeal. This is kind of a live learning thing as well, because I'm learning these things. Situate this. My lighting situation should be okay, maybe it's not. And we're gonna go through this book. This is a recipe book. We're cooking. We're in the modular kitchen, as it were. We're just gonna go through, and I was already tinkering with some of these. Now these are components, right? These aren't things that like by themselves can really make a patch, but they're more things that you can use, you know, to bring everything together. So yeah, this chapter is dedicated to techniques and ideas related to sequencing, pitch manipulation, adding variation, and general composing in a modular environment. Learn these techniques are when you're having difficulties with the compositional aspect, or you're looking to experiment with pitch information and sequencing. So yeah, there's a lot. People have done some really good, like, actual compositions in this program. That's something I want to get better at. It's usually kind of difficult because, like, as you're listening to here, this is not what you call totally generative, right? But it is somewhat generative in the fact that most things are modulated for that variation. So like you see these green cables here, these are modulating, right? These mod 1, mod 2, these values up here, for example, this decay and this decay for these 80, so it was 80 again. Attack delay, yeah. We'll go over terms here as well, just so no one's out of the loop with what things mean. So that, you know, the first one, I already tinkered with this one a bit. I have a Dolo 11. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. So we'll go through. So this first one here, I already tinkered with yesterday. Kind of interesting. So it's taking a clock, and then you put that into, sorry, it's kind of a kilter here. You take a clock, you put it into 3 sequencers, you send the clock also to a divider, to a sequence switch. And what you're going to do is basically switching between each of the 3 sequences every whatever clock division, right, you have. And then you quantize it, and then you send that to your voice, right? So, let me mute my desktop audio in case this clips. Control N. Okay. Right. Now we're in a new patch. Mute that. All right, nice. Get this out on no tray. All right. So we already have most of what we need here, right? We have a voice, or not, we don't have a voice, but we have our audio output. We have a clock. 120 is like the standard BPM. It can be really whatever it was. The one we were just using was 136. It's more of a faster, I guess, techno, right? Techno BPM. So we just look in here. So we want sequences, right? And there's a lot of things you can use as a sequencer. As you can see, and also bear in mind, I have like 1,000, actually 138. No, I have more than that. I have like 1,000 modules downloaded. So if this seems overwhelming, it is. It's pretty. I have way too many. Yeah, just a sequencer is literally just what the name is. It's generating a sequence defined by whatever the sequencer is. And actually, I'm trying to find one specific one. It's probably at the bottom. Might not be at the bottom. Where are you? We got the top. Yes, it's at the top. So this is like one of your simplest ones, right? This ADDR sequencer. It's just 8 steps, and you can set a lot of fucking dials. Yeah, it gets kind of crazy with the dials in this. Getting anxiety just looking at it. I'm so sorry. Okay, it's not that bad. It is overwhelming. I'll admit that, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna get through it together. I'll hold your hand. Don't worry. So this is calling for 3 of these, right? Or sequencers. Pure. So sequence is based on a clock. We have 136. We could also do divisions or multiplications within this clock module as well. But for now, I'm just going to grab a incoming ad break. Go away. Also, that's what I was doing last time. I was dismissing, not snoozing. That was my mistake. Where's our modulator? I like this one. It's this clock divider from whoever it is, this count modula. Yeah, this one's pretty good. We could do all on the same. That probably makes some sense to get something coherent out. Also cable colors. Blue is generally for clock. This is like, it's not the standard, but it's what I think most people have gravitated towards. Is using blue for clocks, yellow for voltage information, red for actual audio, and green for like modulation. There's also purple, but that's like, I don't know what we use that for. I mean, that's logic, purely logic signal in and out. So let's see. All these are on this. We're doing, so we can change how many steps each one of these is. So this could be 5. You can have this one be 3, and this one be all 8. And then each of the steps just has a knob for your voltage, right? So we can kind of just do those 2. If it's 0, that means you're not going to get any signal. So it's kind of like a break in the signal, which is good. Do this, and then 2 there. So this is only 3. That, like that. And again, this is kind of randomized, but when we set it through a quantizer, again, I'm no authority on music, but as far as I'm aware, that brings everything to a coherent scale, right? So it doesn't sound like a bunch of nonsense. Is my layman's understanding. Actually, this might be a little too bright. Kind of like darker, deeper tones. Bring these 2 down. There's a 5 step, so just a little bit on the last one. And then clock divider. This will be clock in. This is divided by 2, by 4, by 8, etc., etc. Then we'll go to our sequence switch. What is the name of the one I like? 8 to 1, yeah. So that's this guy right here. And all this is going to do is going to take, so on this division, I guess we can do by 8. We can do, say, random or yellow. Dot is yellow. Dot's been yellow. It's yellow when I checked before stream. We're pissing. Piss color out here. Now, let's see here. We'll do 3 steps because we have 3 clocks, or not, sorry, not 3 clocks. 3 3 outputs. Actually order these. Nice and symmetrical. Remember, symmetry matters in this, obviously. The realization that the dot is the Mercury in retrograde for nerds. No Mercury in retrograde, but that's like, why does that matter again? Dissertation. That's just its movement in its orbit or whatever, right? What is the there's a cultural significance to that, isn't there? I just don't know it off the top of my head. All right, so we got 3, and then so on every, so we're dividing 136 by 8, so whatever that comes out to, on that beat, this will register 1 signal, right? 1 event. And then this is going to randomize whichever sequence is being used here. All right, so this is 8 to 1, so we'd have 8 signals here, all going out to 1, or sorry, choosing 1 at a time. Then we have an output. So next we need a quantizer. Where's the one? This is just the VCV Rack built-in quantizer. It's pretty good. No need for anything super complicated. I don't even know what scale this is, but we're just gonna go with that, I guess. Let's do something like that, right? And we need a voice. Voice could be many things. There are dedicated voices in VCV Racks. If we look at those, synth voice, right? Terraform's a classic. It sounds nice. So is added vibration. I was tinkering with this detour free. This kept crashing VCV Rack every time I randomized it, so we're not going to use that. But a lot of these are going to be like sort of your software clones of existing. Also, I'm standing and not standing on my foam mat. It's bad for my feet. My hardwood floor. It's not real hardwood, it's laminate, but you know what I mean. So there's a few of these, but most of the voices are going to come from actual just like oscillators, which there's a bunch more of here. Surge XT has a lot of them. They're all really good. What else? Palette's nice. I think of what we want to use. Again, not that we're making a song here at Warp Core. I don't want to go too complicated. Even VCO is good. Let's just do even VCO. I like this one. So now, where's our inputs? Octaves go down to tuning. All right. Let's make sure we have dim on. I'm going to lower this and bring it. We're going to evenly bring this in. I don't want to blow anyone's eardrums out. And again, I'll be minding volume on my end, but do mind your own volume. VCV Rack can sometimes get unpredictably loud, but I will be doing my best to make sure that does not happen. Down. You can see we actually already have sound because this is just sort of doing this. So actually let's do an ADSR and a VCA. Right. Oh gosh, how does this always work? I think we want that. Environment goes to there. Gate will be the clock. Yeah. Okay, so we're stuck there. Let's do no attack. A little bit of that. Do I want sustain? We can have some sustain. And then this will go to here. Did I get this wrong? Do I have this in the wrong way? Where even... Might have this wrong. I went to not VCA to ADSR. Let's just ignore that for a second. Let's just do the actual thing. So, bring in the volume. Yeah, just a constant drone right now because we're not actually sequencing it. Bring that down a little bit. A little quiet for me, but again, I don't want it to be too loud for you guys. Let's turn up my gain on my audio thing. Now, if we start... There you go. You get a tune out. So that's on sequence 2, which has... It only has one high pitch. Let me bring that down. That's on 3, and then we're on 1 again. You can even do this where you have sort of a bit more randomization for this, so we're gonna go... Oh. They're very high pitched. Let's do low tones. B-boob, yeah. Bring this one back in. This will make us go up probably a little bit too often. Now, on every 16th, we'll go up. Every 8th, we'll do a random. Should probably do another. Split those a little bit more. Bring this down. Again, I just want low notes here. High notes are a little bit too sharp. I don't really like that. Not a fan of like chiptunes things. I like low octaves, I guess. That's my preference. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I definitely like this. It's a little bit, I wouldn't call it overkill, but like there's definitely ways where you don't even need like 3 sequencers necessarily. Because if we actually look at the sequencers again, off CA, where are our sequencers at? So this gate sequencer 64, for example. This actually has sequence numbers in it. I'm always confused on how you actually use to change. I guess it's the value. So like, this is a voltage. Where's the clock reset? Yeah, sequence input. You'd have to make sure your voltage is equal to the range of voltage for the sequence number. That's always seemed confusing to me. This like goes for a while. You can, so like this sequence, this one sequencer has, probably goes to 10, right? Actually, if we just right click, you can see it 32. Okay. Still, that's like kind of crazy. A lot of sequences. Well, what's nice here is like, say you have, you know, these are all the same sequencer, right? All ADDRs. But if you could have like, that's what I like slips is kind of a random one. One I really like is this Turing machine, which is just like completely chaotic nonsense. All right, actually, if we do this, let's do your clock inputs. This, you can see how it's all triggering on different things here. Hang on, if we just like randomize it really, it's like really chaotic. So let's do this. Why? I want this to be the source. Let's disconnect all these. So now you have a bit more, this is a lot more random, and a lot of these are actually missing, I think. We'd actually want multiple on each of these, just so there's even a chance that it gets triggered. You can already tell it's different. It's kind of nice. Wanna mute this? Do all these. Or not, because it's gonna undo that I muted it. Not this patch. Interesting sequences with sequential switches. I think I made something recently called Whales Go to Hell. I think I did it with this. It was 3 different sequencers, or maybe it was all the same one. I was using like the Slurp VCO, which was pretty fun. We're gonna take you. Do I want to disconnect all these? Or do I want to put them in working? You can just disconnect them all. I think. You slide you down here. That makes sense. I was trying to, again, yesterday, I was trying to figure out, like, you should use multiple of the same sequencer or, like, all different ones. I think all different ones is, like, too chaotic. So doing the same, just having different sequences, I would think is probably the bet. This one's kind of interesting. This is a sequences from LFOs and sample and SNH. So an LFO is a low frequency oscillator. I know nothing more than the fact that is generally what it says it is. It is a low frequency that is oscillating. You know, that's what all this modular sort of synth stuff is based on oscillators. Then SNH is sample and hold. So this is basically an LFO into a sample and hold. Sample and hold is like, again, it sounds exactly what it's doing. It's sampling what you're sending into it, and then it's holding that sample for a moment in time, and then outputting it, right? So this is the LFO into the sample and hold, and then actually going to trigger sample and hold in some way, invert it and offset it on this, quantize it, and then send it out. So let's take a look at this. Again, this is, I have not gone past this one. I did this one yesterday, but I haven't gone past it. Oh, get a breath in. Oh. The low frequency oscillator. If I remember right, these also don't really, well, some do. So yeah, LFO. Slurp is fun, kind of chaotic. VCO is nice. That also based on the Ruckledge attractor. Yeah, Zywa attractor. Let's do Glee. Glee in here for that. Let's see, what is immediately, what do you sound like? Probably this might be just a sine wave. Actually, let me turn that way down. Slow. Well, it's no audio. I guess it's just the wave. That's interesting. Some LFOs actually produce sound in here, and others are just the raw, like, oscillation, I guess you'd call it. That doesn't have a voice necessarily tied to it. So, go back. There is a sample and hold tag, because this is, like, something that's used a lot. Let's do... Here's one I like. Bog audio one. Dead simple. So we're gonna get an ad in a second. We're just gonna talk through the ad, I'm gonna say. So actually I want to do a merge. So this is taking multiple signals and making it polyphonic, basically. So an X, Y, Z. This just has it. Okay, we don't even need to use this then. Never mind. So this is going to go in. Then out. Trigger source. How did we do this? Something with logic. There's no actual trigger. Damn it, I used something yesterday. It was actually useful for this. Oh, it was literally Chances? Do we use chances? I think it was this. This is just going to be tied to the clock. Probably CB inputs. 8 input. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so you can see this is just it's a 50-50, right? So you're getting either outcome A or outcome B. So it's random, effectively. That's what we want here. Output of A, this, trigger it. Our output of this is going into, this says it's an inverter or an offset. The actual description here mentions an attenuverter. I don't know what an not attenuverter. Actually, was it attenuator or attenuverter in here? Maybe that's why it sounded weird when I was doing this. The idea is to send LFO to the sample hold module, use trigger source, trigger the sample and hold. The result to the quantizer. Trigger is going to come from a sequencer, block, so on. And keep in mind the fact the ratio between frequency and LFO and the frequency of the trigger source not only affect the rate of the resulting sequence, but also the change in notes. Make sure to experiment with the frequency of both, yeah. What was the first part of this? Vector sequence from it. We would attenuate. Yeah, attenuate. Okay, yeah, that's right. Attenuator, not attenuverter. That's like something totally different. What did we use here? A dual attenuverter. Doesn't matter that much. I just want something. Rescales the voltages. Maybe. Shaped polyscale. I think that's what we used yesterday. It was polyscales what I was tinkering with. But again, it doesn't really matter. Some of these are way too complicated also. Like it's very, yeah. We'll just do this one with a giant dial. That is a huge dial. What the hell? All right. So we're gating. Sorry, this is going in. Gated out should go into this. Yeah. 0.94. Yeah, okay. Got a voltage. Excellent. Then into another quantizer. Easy peasy. Quantizer. Anything interesting here we could use? Technically, it's one of those things where many things can technically be a quantizer. It just sort of depends. Quantum. Quantize an incoming polyphonic signal to voltages of another polyphonic signal. Sure. These both inputs. Quantize one out. You don't have two polyphonic. Well, actually, hold on. Would this work or would this just sort of merge into nonsense? If we do this, the X and Y go into this sort of like as our scale. And then out. This will be this. Invert attenuate. Just an inverted output. I like how it's upside down. That's silly. And then we can send this all to a voice. Get another oscillator in here. A low pass gate. Where's oscillator? There we go. Plates is fun. Sounds pretty. What else we got in here? A mop is kind of classic. We had something with Prodigal Son the other day. That was nice. Why do I feel like there's a module that looked like this one that always crashed on me? It's worrying. Black Wavetable VCO. Oh, I meant to Erica Synths. They had a bunch of things I wanted to actually tinker with, so let's do that. Their volume down on the way. Yeah. Wow, the feels dry. I didn't check the humidity today. Maybe that's why my voice is messed up. It might be low humidity. It's very dry, perhaps. Definitely doesn't feel as wet as it has. Okay, so Vault Proctive in. Yeah, so I want this. Then sub out. Well, that's our CBN. I guess that's probably fine. Go here. Okay, immediately that looks like a thing that's happening. Turn up a little bit. Yeah, I already hear it. I'll go that far. That's if you don't hear that, let me know. Sounds loud for me, so as you can tell, so we're it's like Brapcore. I saw a video the other day. It was there's a very cool modular, it's not modular, but synth called the Solar 42 that's like ambient. It's just like droney ambient stuff. Like someone made like Brapcore on it. It was kind of funny. That's pretty interesting. So lower the chances on A. Perhaps. Bring the frequency down. Ink. Oh my gosh, this sounds like Space Pinball. Oh, it did for a second. Space Cadet Pinball on the Windows XP. It's pretty interesting. Up a little bit. Again, mind the volume. I don't want to go too high. What is the intent inverter actually doing here, though? So let's bring this up. That was totally Space Pinball for a second. Yeah, you could definitely use this to add sort of... It's a little bit chaotic and fast. I wonder. Maybe turn the BPM down. Yeah, there we go. Just slow down the changes in the CV. On course. Wave is fine. Sub, again, being mindful. Sometimes there's toggles and switches on these things that I don't really know what they do. The CV level. Not much there. What if we bit crush it? We're entering danger territory with this, potentially. You guys hear it on there. What if we change the chaos on this? Given we made this slower, it's just gonna change probably the jumps in CV. Ugh. Breaking my neck real quick. Really interesting. That was loud. Bring it down more. Very low frequency. And let's do this. See what the sub out sounds like. Only lower. We're doing Volproctivin. Just do CVN. And that's seemingly not doing anything. Down the attenuator. Or speed. think that's dangerous if I do that. Where's parking lot? Put that back. I have this not over here. This is a fun little module, but I feel like it's also not super useful. It kind of depends. Just lets you drop cables somewhere. Ooh. That's definitely interesting. Ooh. Now we just have alien noises, which is it seems that's if you're messing around in this program, that's something that like you'll probably end up with many times out of 10. Okay. I'm feeling it. We slowed this down. Can we put this through clouds maybe? Hold on. Again, this is something that, again, you're not going to make a song out of this, but this is something, a portion you could use. As well as just throwing, like, doing this, then throwing it through a bunch of other things. Do this. You in, lower that. Bit of reverb on it. The dry, wow, wet, right? Lower the feedback. Down a bit more. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Again, not sure what you'd use it on, but it'd be a component of something. That's for sure. I guess if you had like a drum, nah, it's not quite rhythmic, you know, it's more random. Something that you compose with. Definitely interesting. That's definitely pretty useful, I'd say. A little tool to use. Use up. Alright, so that was sequences from LFOs with sample and hold. I should probably, I think I'll remember actually. Put this over here. I have a lot of modules by the end of this. What's next? What interesting thing is next? Transposing the sequences. Technique can add lots of movement variation even to a single sequence. Instead of having a repetitive 8-step or 16-step sequence, you can evolve the sequence and convert it to something much longer with more variation. The idea here is to use a second sequence to offset and transpose the main sequence. This by simply mixing both sequences together, the mixer, their values are added, and create a new sequence. That makes sense. So what we have here, block into one sequence, into a mixer, okay, and then a clock divider into sequence 2 into a mixer, so we're just combining both of those into a quantizer into a voice. Okay, yeah, it's not too bad. So let's get some new sequencers out here. Actually, you can do, you can technically use like an LFO or just a VCO as an oscillator, but I kind of like just using normal ones. Let's do something fun. Let's use box glitch. Let's do 2 of these. Well, do we want to? I guess we could. Yeah, that might be interesting. You ever play these games? I don't know what these are called. The stacking, right? The stacking games. That's what this is. This is the stacking game, but it's a sequencer. I'm trying to remember. How does this look when it's running? Yeah, so this whole thing's going. Each one of these, there's should be 8 of them. Yeah. You have 8 signals. A stacking game? Yeah. This is the musical version of the stacking game. Not really. Yeah, you can see these are Tetris. Yeah. Yeah, I'm losing. Can you imagine Tetris that was like this, that like bounced up and down and shit? That would be insane. Oh, we have two of these. Let's actually do this. Let's do not on 85. Let's multiply clock. I guess we can just do clock 1. Multiply this one by 2. Be much faster, as you can see. And then this first one, can we actually disable? Just leaves it at the bottom. Is there your location? Bottom, top, both. Ooh, forgot about that. Oh, bye, Mickey Noon. It was nice knowing you. Also, why didn't the sound play? Why did the sound not play? Self-destruct. Oh, now that's working. Yeah, hit him with a double tap, Mal. Got the twofer. Oh, and then that didn't. Everything's breaking. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Also, where is the sound file? This like an E. It's in my E drive. It should work. It should just freaking work. 1 second. I'm gonna be very annoyed if I don't hear it. Gotta run. Have a good stream. You too. I think you're. Yeah. I'll see you hopefully later. Thanks for stopping by. Where is it? Unless it's just really quiet. Gotta go, but you're learning a new thing or two. Excellent. Thanks for stopping by, Brisdingle. Oh, now I feel bad. Oh no, 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 don't worry about it. Like everyone's got their own things going on. I hope whatever it is, it's good. We'll be here, just chilling, just hanging out in this, trying to figure out let's play. We're gonna keep that one quiet. I'm so sorry, that was so loud. See ya, Brisdingle. Okay, well, I know the audio file works. I don't know why I didn't play. Wait, did it get renamed? Anyway, I hate debugging things live. We're not going to deal with this. Save, yeah. Close Sammy. Sammy be gone. All right. So we got Tetris. We got Tetris on board here. Do some of these, not all of them. Really, I think can we clear? Do like less faster ones. Do like something like this. We have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's probably fine. 8 things, or sorry, 5 things, and we can probably merge. Again, voices going here. So if we do a poly merge, does that even work? Does that even make sense? It might, I guess. Does it? Forget. There's a way to use this sequencer that's like sensible, and we're not doing that. Get the clock divider. All right, so sequence 1, sequence 2. Oh, right. Ooh. We have a bunch of these. We could do multiple mixers. Do multiple. So go to mixer. We're already using one giant mixer that we probably don't need. I adjusted this earlier. Ooh. 8 single crossfade mixers. I don't want to crossfade anything. The arena. 8 sources, mix 4. X. 8 channel drum. Where do we want to send this to? This thing looks interesting. It's probably more than is necessary. Press the duck only has 6. I want 8. Let's do 8. 6 channel, no. No, where's the one that said 8? The blender 8. Or DDR 8. Adder and subtractor, crossfade. Let's do this. Let's do this one. We'll do here. Oops. So we're gonna clock divide. Actually, already multiplying this. Let's do this on here. So on every 8th running. That's the reset. So we can do this CV. I guess it's yellow. And we have, actually, we don't have any on 1. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, wait. Sorry. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like that. Okay. Time use you cannot count. Apparently. So we're going into there. I guess we can do an 8. We can do 3 from here. Let's do 6 thing. 6 up. Well, let's just we can intermix them. It's fine. 6 here. And then let's do 4 here. And sure, let's do 1. 1 to short. Now we're mixing all of these here. Invert, mix percent, let's mod out. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Got everything lined up. And then that goes into a quantizer. Again, classic, everything quantized. Something. Non-active repeating scale, interval. You'll just make shit up on this goddamn software. What the hell does that even mean? Intervallic quantizer? That is nonsense. According to a CV, area scale for the non-octave. No. Did I just use the normal one again? Ugh. Normal is so boring. Also, probability node is insane. Worse. These are cool because it's converting it to a different thing, an array of quantizable values into a polyphonic signal. Mode aware, probably driven sequencer. Sure. We'll use mother. Yeah, so into the mixer, into this. Now this is, this is not mixing to 1. This is actually where we probably want to use this. We can merge all of these. Now, I guess it's a matter of just kind of doing... This isn't in probability. This is... We'll kind of see what this does, I guess. This might do nothing. And these are all going to be... These are all... Yeah, we can see them coming through. So it's all 10-volt signal, because it's a sequence. That's just a trigger. Although... Maybe not. And both sequences to a mixer from there to a quantizer, make sure you stay in a certain scale. Are you gonna get a scale out of this? This is gonna be the same shit, isn't it? TV. Mode on off. Yeah, it's just that. Oh. Wait, no, I'm stupid because this is like... That's the annoying thing. There's sequencers that provide a CV out. There's sequencers that simply provide a hit, a gate out. These are providing just a gate out. Okay. Actually, we need another sequencer here. Silly me. Silly me. You know what? Let's use Ben. Get in here, Ben. Give it up for Ben, everyone. Get one of these. Over. This is nonsensical. I don't know why we have two of those. Okay. So, fuck me. How do we do this? Oh no. I'm trying to think. We'd want, okay. We want merge still. We do want this. In fact, we need it here and another one here, out there. We please. There we go. Now, where are you terminating? You, here. That should work, I think. That'll be our clock, effectively. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Excuse me. Bring these in. Not the whole thing, please. Now, if we actually get a proper mixer, not one of those. Normal one, just SU, very simple. Keeping it simple out here. Clock in, going, clock in, be blue. Okay. Letter 1, triangle. Well, it's not gonna, I feel like it's actually not even gonna work correctly what it's supposed to be. That output, yeah, it's just totally chaotic. I guess it's because this technically isn't a sequencer. I mean, it's technically it's all over the place. 17. 8 amount. Just changed it entirely. Scale inputs. Random trigger clock. Didn't need to, but I guess we could. Just that. Okay, that's a lot better, but again, I think that's probably defeating the purpose of this to an extent. An oscillator out again. Something simple. But it's simple, I guess. Let's do just a modern VCO. And oh, not that. Down. This needs to be 3 channels. There we go. Hey, that's noise. I think this doesn't... If I did this right, this would probably make more sense, but it doesn't really seem like me that practical. What are we doing here? Oscillator 1. Bring the frequencies down. Rungle it. Maybe it's a little bit too much. High pitch on one of these. I like that. That was nice. I'm just getting a lot of clipping. Well, it's certainly noise. The saw down, maybe? Not. It's a little bit better. Hardly melodic. It is something. Someone needs... Probably need to tinker with this more. And probably... Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Bare bones, like, yeah, this... Everything you see here is what probably goes into it, but we definitely added more to this because it's treating your sequencers as your voltage sources, whereas we started with these Vox glitches, which are not voltage sources per se, and you get a voltage out, but it's not traditional, where a lot of these sequencers are built in to your rhythm, but also like the CV out. Alright. That's an interesting one. Certain. So, have you... Clock divider can go somewhere in here. Move this all to the side. Connect. That's just gonna keep going in it. Turn that off. Slide it on over. All these, whoops, to the left. I'm not getting confused on anything. Alright, so that was transposing with sequences. I don't know why you wouldn't just, for some of these, just do different sequences with one thing. I don't know. Alright, so there is this one. Melodic sequences from gates. Alright. One technique to explore when you want to create sequences that will surprise and inspire you. Let's see. Instead of programming a sequence and falling into familiar habits, you can experiment with this technique to get inspiration or results you would not have found otherwise. Well, that's always good. Something that's always good to remember is that voltage is voltage is voltage, and everything is voltage. That is true. So are gates. Everything in here is a voltage. Means with the right adjustments, we can also use gates to create our sequence. Gates are nothing but voltage that is either up or down, on or off. Yeah, 0 or 10, generally speaking. They're a binary signal by mixing multiple streams of gates that will be added to one another according to how they line up time-wise. Sometimes many gates will be on at the same time, resulting in more voltage. Sometimes just a few gates will be on at the same time, resulting in less voltage. And sometimes only one gate will be on. Yep. Mm-hmm. Something with even less voltage translates to lower notes. Yeah, that makes sense. Basic idea here is to use a mixer to mix a few streams of gates, send the results through an attenuator. We can fit the range we want the sequence to be in, and from there send it to a quant. I should actually pull up the scope on this, look at some signals. The very interesting results that might inspire and make you do things differently. Even try having one stream of gates coming from a random source, or have some pulse width modulation set on one or all gates, even more variation. The mixer used for this technique must also be able to mix control voltage, not just audio signals. Okay. Sure. So we need 3 gate sources. I don't think there's specifically a tag for gates in here. Normally your sequencer is the gate, to be honest. But that's kind of interesting. I mean, I guess just voltage is voltage, right? Um, kind of thing. What do we want to use as the gate? We could just use a VCO. Maybe. Or VCA. No. Not a VCA. No, we want a VCO. Or just a normal oscillator, I think. I'm trying to think. Also random. Slips could work. I'm not so sure. LLFO, 4FFO. Oh, that's not real. LFO pass noise. Ooh, actually, that might be fun. Noise generator. I always go to Coddle because it's handy and actually. Ooh, wait. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's do a little vanilla, right? So VCV noise generator. And technically, this can be 3 gate sources. So, what does this say? We need a mixer that can mix control voltage, not just audio. Yeah. Find a mixer. Uh, yes. This is like entirely vanilla. We can do white noise, right? And violet noise, and some black noise. Okay. Then a quantizer. On LFO. What kind of quantizer? It doesn't matter. We just need one. Are you harmonic quantizer? Sure. Why not? We can try this. So the mix. Mix CV. One's chain. Wait a second. Mix control voltage, not just audio. We might be wrong. Might not work for us. Looks like I can do CV mixing. No, these are all expanders. Audio or CVBC. Okay, good. This is what we want. Actually, oops, let's take these. 1, 2, 3. Yep, and a CV. Oh. Low mode, unipolar. Maybe a silly goose right now. Mix CV input. I It is technically not. These technically not gates. Is that what I'm doing wrong here? Use a mixer to mix a few streams of gates. And that through an attenuator. Wow. Not pictured in the diagram. We used one of those earlier. Attenuator. Attenuverter. Mix for stereo. We're just using that. I need two mixers. No, that doesn't make sense. I'm not getting anything out of this. Venom, yeah. Nothing. Fluid patched. I mean, this does. Hold on. Brace a little bit. That is white noise. Well, black noise in this case. What's the big idea? Random gates coming from a random source. That's what we're doing. So why doesn't this mix? So we need to do this first? Try that? Maybe? This VCA mix out of here. Right, and then no output. No, okay. With 100% gain. Not really gonna help here. Okay. Maybe we try this. Mix in, so a little bit of gain, anti-gain, a little bit. EV. Okay. Mel York, hello, welcome in. We're getting confused by whatever we're trying to do right now. Trying to get gates to make a sequence, I guess. But you're not hearing audio yet, because I don't have it connected to a voice. Okay, so that's quantized now. Allegedly quantized. It's kind of just flailing all over the place, to be honest. You can call that quantizing. What kind of voice do we want for this? Let's grab this. We're in Sound Studios for to game dev. I know all this shit. Nice. Yeah, it's we're just kind of messing around. I got this book. We're going through just kind of doing live learning some of the old recipes that are in there. Let's see. So we want this out. Left and right in. Might sound horrible. Find out. Sounds like white noise. Is but it sounds like rain actually. It's not that bad. Could be worse. Now if we bring it down an octave. Let's see, now it's heavy rain. We actually, the voltages are too grandiose. I feel like they're not going to give you like something nice out. That's probably what this is. I'm gonna pitch down. I don't want to change this immediately. Let me bring this back down. It's my clip-in sound bad. That just flatlined to nothing. It made rain. That's kind of nice. There's actually one I'm subscribed to like did a challenge like quite a while ago that was like in VCV simulate like a city noise. It was like they managed to do like rain and like cars and like honking and stuff like all in VCV Rack with like just the default the default VCV modules, which was really cool. Morph this also wind and like thunder and stuff. Do we turn the lo-fi the lo-fi knob? Maybe a little bit. Not adding too much. This is certainly interesting. I don't know how useful this is, although it's maybe because these gates... Well, I don't know. A gate's a gate. It's like, it says it on the other side here. It's like, I know, it's on or off. So... Definitely a rain machine, though, which I kind of like. This red noise is more heavier rain in there. Back. Add winds to this. What if we adjust... First off, let's see... Mixer is all odd, even. I don't think that matters. It's changing so fast. Pitch down, wavetable to... again, I don't want to have this peak. Just gonna shuffle through these. My god, can we get chords out of this? Probably not. Probably not. You're going to head out, take care. Oh, thanks. Thank you for stopping by. It's good to see people. Yeah. Just low pass gate or something. Well, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. It means a lot. Yeah, so we got rain. I'd say this is... I want to take notes in this. But I also, like... I want to write in this book. I don't know. I have sticky notes I could do. Actually... I put those somewhere. Hold on. Make a note that this is a good rain machine. Like... what do we use here? White noise... A mix to a twist. Yeah, so... White noise, twist VCO, pulls rain machine. That's pretty good. All right. Whoa, creating wonky rhythms. All right, I'm down for that. All right, take you. Well, we're getting a little laggy. A lot of modules going on here. Here. Oh, I never saved this. Save this as... Going. projects. Armory dash book recipes. Something of this nature. There we go. My mouse go. There we go. Alright. Sometimes if a sequence you really like, melodic, fairly rhythmic, you want to add some movement, some human feel. Oh, I don't know to say that. I feel like most of the random generations I've done in this do not feel human at all. Make it a bit more organic. You can help you with that. You can add motion to a sequence. You can add timing variations, even things like, oh, careful there. Retardando, gradual decrease in speed, and accelerando, gradual increase in speed. Mandators use a clock source as a CV input, something like an LFO, drive a sequencer, then use sequencer to control the rate of the clock via the CV inputs. Gives you control over the rate every step. Use the sequencer to drive other voices, to use the clock, drive something like a trigger sequence, or different melodic sequencer to all together. Okay. This one's pretty small. Let's see what we can do with it. And principle-wise, these are relatively fine. Sequence, not sequencer. My bunch my ink. I guess, yeah, sequence. And then, okay. Grab another sequencer. Find one. We'll need to get smaller sequencers. What's the normal one? Is it not the right sequence? Did I unsubscribe from these? Or am I totally blind here? Gauge sequence. There we go. Also, I moved the whole clock. I need this. I need this over here. I don't want it over there. No, stop. Okay. Clock into a sequence into a CV sequence. Okay. Clock source that has CV input, something like an LFO. So, I guess we could do that. I like the banjo is so good. What the magnets? What the hell is happening here? What? People make modules in this, and I think they're just video games at some point. Actually, no, this is more like the game of life, which also I think is a sequencer somewhere. You can probably find it. I think someone probably has made a game of life sequencer in this program. Okay, so clock source has a CV input. Right. Okay. Do you have a CV input? No, but you are interesting. I'm gonna leave that there. Wait, that's the oscillator. That's not. Do you have a CV input? I don't know if you do. We need something else. We need something else. EPM LFO. I think these have a CV input. I sync clock reset. Like an LFO. And the LFO does. I guess. I mean that's very plain. Fine, I guess. Drive the sequencer. Okay. Okay. Magnets over there. So CV input. Okay, I think I understand. I understand what this is trying to do now. It's a little weird. Yeah, you can see we're doing that. What is the mode? 4 by 16. Let's do 1 by 60. Actually, no, we'll do 4 by 16. Then this is our clock going in TV sequence into the clock. So we need volt oct out. I use the clock source, yeah. Control, grab a sequencer, then use the sequencer to control rate of the clock. CV input. Use the sequencer to drive the voices. Use the clock to drive something like a trigger sequencer or a different melodic sequencer altogether. Change voltage sequence. Is that what I wanted this for? Hang on. Maybe. So, these are all the outputs. Oh boy. Okay. So, do that. Weird. That might not work at all. That's just freezing this shit. Interesting. Silly little module. Let's get something else. TV sequence. I literally just search this. No, we get a bunch of stuff that's not exactly what we need, probably. Deja vu. Been in this place before. Fire on the streets. Something like that. Did that even move once? This freaking thing is just... Can we... Forget, is this... Yes, it is. A couple? We get any movement? Any movements? No, we're just adding them together and we're getting 30 volts. Not good. And this is the smallest little thing. That's like... I always just get tripped up on the names because I know what a clock is, I know what a sequencer is. Then you have CV sequence. I'm like, what? Be anything. What if we do? Oh, not a VCA. Want what do I want? MIDI hardware granular. Really just just another oscillator, right? It's oscillator for the thing. I'll get LFO. That sine wave. Frequency way down. Now going up and down, but then it gets like incredibly fast. That's sort of gets a little wacky here. You want a limit on that. Yeah, this definitely would be a wonky rhythm. It's more so just increasing its speed for time. I don't know if that's, that is wonky. Really wonky. But is it good? Is it good though? I don't know. No. Did Frolic. No, we didn't do Frolic. We did Glee. Let's get another oscillator out. The ring mod is very oppressive. I don't know if we want to hear that. Just do the macro oscillator. So gate 2 by 32. Let's just do 164. And when it goes through, it's going to be like insane. The pulse width does on this. Trigger. Yeah, the BPM just, yeah, I think it's a little bit too much, probably. Let's turn the volume down. Getting ultrasonic with this. What do you do? Problem is it gets too high. How do we limit this? Slew limiter. Processor. I don't know what slew is, I'm gonna be honest. This name pops up a lot. I don't really understand it. We do rise UV input. Out. I have no idea what this even does. We're getting nothing. Oh, just input. So we're just running up against. Yeah, and then it gets really slow. We even hit a. Now we just heard it. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this one. This one requires further scrutiny, perhaps. Or I'm just dumb. I might just be just dumb. That's also valid. Like, I understand what it's trying to do, right? Variation in rhythm. I can spell scrutiny, also, apparently. How it's done, how this is visualized, I'm like a little smooth-brained at the moment. Move on. But I'm not gonna save. We're gonna. Sorry, peaked that a little bit. LFO not being used. Ooh, I think we'll do one more. I think this is a winner. Link sequences with a comparator. You see, that's one thing actually that definitely I'm interested in. There's a lot of logic in this. Or really just automating what you're doing. I think that's really powerful. So like if we go here, right, there's just like tons of shit. You got Boolean, you got compare, digital analog flip-flops, you know, gate combines, all these Booleans, chances. I swear to gosh, there were more than this. I know one that gets used a lot is like the Bernoulli gate and whatnot. Which I think I actually read what that meant at some point and I forgot. But it's like some flip-flop thing, right? So according to him, it's definitely one of my favorite techniques. There's so much to explore and experiment with it. It's a gift that keeps on giving. It involves using a comparator, compare two signals. Okay, right. I've done this like once before. Output a gate accordingly. It will usually have a reference voltage, often called the threshold, right? You get two gates that you can use in different ways. One gate will go high when the sequence goes above reference voltage, and one gate will go high when it goes below it. To have a look at the comparator with an envelope and offset technique on page 78 for comparator functionality without a comparator module. This actually, go to that. Page 78. Mod source offset envelope above below, okay. Very nicey. But we have a module, so we'll just use that. The idea of this technique is to send a pitch sequence you're using the two voices, also to the signal input of the comparator. It means that the voices will still play the notes you want. And according to the threshold you set on the comparator, the sequence will be split into two. Where the sequence goes below the threshold, that one voice one voice will be gated, and whenever the sequence goes above the threshold, the other voice will be gated. And of course, use two completely different voices to get an interesting effect. The one voice could be a raw waveform and a filter. The other voice could be something more complex, like a wavetable going through some effects. And also experiment this for weeks, never get tired of it. Probably right. Probably true. Alright. Again, let's get sequencer out. Fuck it. We Turing machine or music thing Turing machine modular. All right. Comparator. We'll just do compare. Gated comparator, binary comparator. There's one I used that I liked. What was it? Literally just VCVs. No, I think it was Count Modula, but I remember one, yeah, probably just this one. All right, so comparator, sequence. Okay, so we're gonna clock this, and then problem here is I actually want to merge. I want two of these. That. And then here's the CV inputs. And now let's just do. Yeah, that works. 4 of those. This one. Okay. And 2 voices. Yeah. We use a hardware voice. Well, not a hardware voice, but a voice by name. Synth voice. I like additive vibration. Let's do this guy. Do 2 of them. Make them different. Right. Getting an octave. Yeah, so this is something I have done before, and this actually is kind of nice to do. Sequence, we'll do the vault. This isn't. Yeah, this is just a raw sequence. It's not. We could have it not come from it. We could just have other CV sources, I suppose. It always seems problematic. Because again, the way you would gate something send a gate out, and also its VC was feel like an ADSR. and a VCA. I always get that setup mixed up though. Which one? What do we want to use here? Use something simple, please. 5x16. This one's fun, actually. Sure. Where did that go? Okay. We have 5 inputs here. Okay. You and you be gone. Up trigger inputs. These are outputs, yeah, okay. Okay, that's doing that. Recent CV. This working as intended. No. Lost that. Once this cycles again. Or not. So this doesn't have a CV. Okay. I'm being dumb. I'm being dumb. Can we just get one with a CV output? Too many fucking sequencers. You. Yeah, okay. 8 outs. Clock. Let's do like that. All right, that's good. Our octave can go. Both of these. HCV. Yeah. Yeah. Then we need to gate it, right? Comparator to the gate. Excuse me, that's blue. Where's our gate? Two. Trigger, yes. Here we go. Oh, I love how this sounds. Bring that down 1. This is polyphonic. Let's do 3 channels. Oh, nice. Nothing special, but Ooh, there we go. Kind of works. Down one octave. This one down one more. Maybe a little bit too deep. That's nice. And the first voice sort of has a, not really a bass, but I mean, it's kind of there. Yeah, that's kind of works. Actually we made something that sounds nice. What does this harm do? The harmonics? This does nothing without actually adding things to it. Gun 1 is good. If I'm down. Maybe right there is good. What this? I get a bit of haunting feel. We can randomize this on end of cycle. Kind of over blue. What was it? There's the want to be strummier. Major, minor. And I know nothing about scales. E? C was probably better, but rock within E, or G I should say, for a little bit. You can actually shift that too. Go backwards. Forward, then backwards on this. Kind of fun. Got some movements, some schmovements. Modulate these. Probably a little bit too much. Which one of these? If we also make this really slow, maybe. That's a bit much. Maybe just set that. Can't even tell if that's doing anything. Yeah, last time I used this module, it seemed some things on it either I didn't know how to use correct or they weren't quite working. I don't know. Everything here is like free generally. Free and open source. So some things just don't get updated, which is fine. Now we're not gonna add too much there. We could F12. Add a filter. What about some dynamics? No. Filter. The water table's cool, but could put this through Elastica and get something crazy. Let's do that. Crazy out of this. Do this guy. Oh, is that right? This one's so high pitched now. I thought in the lower tone. That's fine. Module's cool. It kind of simulates putting the audio through like a spring. Very neat filter. It's good for like getting some good, I would call it ambience, but like the noise in the background. It's not what you use for primary voice. Which actually probably I should not be using it here because it's destroying everything about the original signal. Maybe just liquid filter. Maybe that's what we're looking for. Not too bad. This one's a winner, I'd say. This one's pretty good. But honestly, I feel like this is more just similar to the first thing, where you just have a switch on multiple sequencers in the first, yeah, this, and then a sequence switch into a context. I mean, it's based on something different, at least. Instead of a clock division, it's just the signal comparator. So I guess there is a change, but you know, sort of the same deal to a degree. Not get through as much of this as I thought we would. It's a long book. This is like 100 pages. For what it is, at least. Like, not a long book in general. Sense of book length, I guess. But yeah, I think we'll probably end it here. Wasn't expecting to go for too long today. Oh, oh, I've been having like a crisis of this whole thing. I already talked about probably going on hate. Not probably am going on hiatus starting in September for quite a while while I try to figure out everything, I guess. Yeah, that'll be happening. So, upcoming schedule. I don't know if I'm gonna stream Saturday. Honestly, I think I'm a little behind on work. I think I might just work Saturday, like for my job. Probably sounds awful, but I'm like, eh. We're we do this thing where like we have I'm a web developer, we have sprints. We've been trying to do this thing where we have a sprint where we actually like dedicate time to addressing technical debt. And we're gonna do that this upcoming one. So maybe I get a head start on that. I don't know. Probably a good idea. Probably it's nice to work and not have people like be talking to you sometimes. But yeah, so probably no stream Saturday. Well, it should be back Monday. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know. Gloomwood's just so difficult to talk through, honestly. And it's not saying it's a bad game. It's a good game. It's just me. It's just me. I'm the problem. Maybe we do that. Maybe we like play. I don't know. Maybe I waste. Ugh, I don't want to call it a waste of time because it's almost fun. I've lamented about it before already. The Shapes 2 factory game. Um, Maybe we play that and like just talk about nonsense. Who knows? Who knows? That game is just such a time sink. It's a sinkhole for your time. Uh, then then we'll be done. I won't see you guys for like 3 months. That's not true. I'll be around still, but I want because I've talked about it. We gotta do 3D. We gotta do Godot area. I gotta switch to Linux. That's gonna be an endeavor. I think Labor Day weekend. I want a long weekend to do that, so I get everything right, and I have time to troubleshoot and pull my hair out. So that should be exciting. And then, yeah, that's about it. So thank you all for hanging out, for chatting today. Hopefully this was maybe educational. I don't know. This book is very good. Again, I haven't gone through it fully, but I'm like very much liking seeing everything piecemeal and like little modules, like literally modules, and how to do certain things. Modular Cookbook again by Omri Cohen, pretty good. No sponsor or anything. I'm just shilling it because I like the guy, you know. I don't know, I like VCV Rack and I like all the things around it. But yeah, so let's see if we can see who's up, see who's out here doing things that maybe we can dive into. Can we open Twitch? Can we mute this so autoplay doesn't accost us with something that I don't feel like hearing? Let's take a look. Take a look. It would load. Twitch, does the Twitch load for like horrendously slow for anyone else? It might just be because I have like 1,000 extensions doing who knows what. I see someone live. I see 2 people live. They didn't shout me out earlier. That's always. I think you know where we're going. They're still alive too, which is surprising. It's almost 4 hours for them. I think we're gonna raid the pod. We go right back to the pod. The Prod Z pod. I think I spelled their name right. Hit enter. Raid created. Alright. Thank you again. Thank you all for hanging out. We'll see you next week, probably on Monday or something of this nature. And yeah, that's about it. All right, take care, everyone. We're gonna hit the raid button and get going. Bye.